بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن أبي حنيفة رحمه الله أنها إذا ردت الأمر في اليوم لها أن تختار نفسها غدا. This is a riwayat of Imam Abu Hanifa, not his mazhab, but it is a riwayat that if she rejects the matter into today, then she can still choose herself tomorrow, right? لأنها لا تملك رد الأمر كما لا تملك رد الإيقاع. Uh, uh, because she doesn't own, right, rejecting the matter, just as she doesn't own rejecting the talaq occurring, right? In other words, if the husband had to give a talaq today, she doesn't have the power to reject the talaq tomorrow. You understand it? So likewise, here Imam Bani Rahman is saying that if she rejects this amr, he says your matter is in your hands today and tomorrow. So she rejects it today, then she'll still be able to use it up tomorrow, right? But Wajhu Zahir now, Wajhu Zahir is telling you once she rejected it, it's rejected. She can't use the choice tomorrow. Wajhu Zahir أنها إذا اختارت نفسها اليوم لا يبقى لها الخيار في الغد. The Wajhu Zahir is that when she chooses herself today, then there's no choice for her tomorrow. So they're saying here that when she chooses herself, in other words, what he said, your matter is in your hands today and tomorrow. So if she now says, okay, I choose out today. So today what she decided, I choose out. Then tomorrow she can't say I choose back in. You understand it? So likewise, فَكَذَا إِذَا اخْتَارَتْ زَوْجَهَا بِرَدِّ الْأَمْرِ. Likewise, when she chooses her husband with the rejection of the matter, if she says now today I reject it and I choose to stay with my husband, then tomorrow she can't choose out now, right? لأن المخير بين الشيئين لا يملك إلا اختار أحدهما. Because the one who's been given a choice between two things doesn't have the power except to choose one of them two. You can either choose this way or that way, but you can't go choose one and then tomorrow you change and you understand. ونبي يوسف رحمه الله إذا قال أمرك بيدك اليوم وأمرك بيدك غدا أنهما أمران. Now, Yusuf Rahman, he says that when the husband says to his wife, your matter is in your hands today and your matter is in your hands tomorrow, then these are two matters now. It's not the same as the overlying masla. You understand? Amruki biyadika al-yawm wa ghad. You understand? What's it? Amruki biyadika al-yawm wa ghadan. You understand it? This is now two matters. لما أنه ذكر لكل وقت خبرا على حدة بخلاف ما تقدم, because he has mentioned for every time a separate khabar contrary to that which passed, right? When قال أمرك بيدك يوم يقدم فلان فقدم فلان ولم تعلم بقدومه حتى جن الليل فلا خيار لها. And if he said, he's saying to his wife now, your matter is in your hands, the day so and so come. Then so and so came and she didn't know he came until the night came, right? So there is no choice for her. لأن الأمر باليد مما يمتد, right? Because the matter in your hand is from those things which stretch, right? It's something that's not just happen and it's finished. It's a thing that your matter in your hand is something that prolongs over a period, right? فيحمل اليوم المقرون به على بياض النهار. So the yom which is joined with such a fail, right, is carried upon the whiteness of the day. Remember we mentioned before that if yom is used with the fail which stretches, then it means the whiteness of the day. And if yom is used with a fail which happens and is finished, then it means time, any time in the 24 hours. وَقَدْ حَقَقْنَاهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ. And we have explained this before. فَيَتَوَقَّتُ بِهِ ثُمَّ يَنْقَضِي بِإِنْقِضَاءِ وَقْتِهِ. So it will be fixed with it will be fixed. The matter will be fixed with the day, right? Then it will elapse. The matter will elapse with the elapsing of its time. وَإِذَا جَعَلَ أَمْرَهَا بِيَدِهَا أَوْ خَيَّرَهَا فَمَكَثَتْ يَوْمًا وَلَمْ تَقُمْ فَالْأَمْرُ فِي يَدِهَا مَا لَمْ تَأْخُذْ فِي عَمَلٍ آخَرٍ. And when he puts the matter in her hand, or he gives her a choice, so she stayed for one day. You know, she sat, she didn't do anything. She's just sitting and thinking, right? And she didn't stand up. Then the matter is still in her hands as long as she doesn't start another action. لأن هذا تمليك تطليق منها. Because these words now, what does it amount to? When you say choose, or you say your matter is in your hands, is making ownership of the giving of talaq to her. You're giving her the power to give herself talaq, right? لأن المالك من يتصرف برأي نفسه. And because the owner is the one who transacts with his own opinion, right? So what's the meaning of Malik? Malik means somebody who's transacting with his own opinion. If you have stuff here and the stuff is lying there, and you the Malik, then you can do what you want with it. You can sell it, you can gift it. You understand it? وهي بهذه الصفة, and she has this quality now that he gave her the ownership. والتمليك يقتصر على المجلس, and making ownership is confined upon the gathering. You understand? Making somebody owner, that person must take ownership in the gathering. If he moves away from the gathering, he loses the right to take ownership. وقد بينا من قبل, and we explained this before. ثم إذا كانت تسمع يعتبر مجلسها ذلك. Then if she can hear the offer, then that majlis of hers is considered. In other words, he gave the offer and he's sitting there and she's sitting there, and then that's the majlis. وإن كانت لا تسمع, and if she cannot hear it, she's sitting somewhere else and he's giving the offer in another gathering, right? فمجلس علمها أو بلوغ الخبر إليها, then a majlis of her knowledge or the reaching of the news to her. You understand it now? لأن هذا تمليك فيه معنى التعليق. Because now the question comes about, this is a tamlik now. How come it's going beyond the gathering? So they say this is not only a tamlik. This is a tamlik, is making ownership, and in it is the meaning of ta'liq also, suspending it on her response, right? فَيَتَوَقَّفُ عَلَى مَا وَرَاءِ الْمَجْلِسِ. So it can be pending to beyond the majlis, right? وَلَا يُعْتَبَرُ مَجْلِسُهُ, and his majlis is not considered, right? لأن التعليق لازم في حقه, because the suspending is become binding in his right. It's like an out from his side. It's like an out now. The ball is out of his court. You understand? When he says ikhtari, or when he says amruki biyadiki, the ball is now out of his court. He can't take that words back now. All he needs to do now is hope that she don't use it up in the majlis. You understand? Right. Contrary to a sale now. Now a sale, you can't go beyond the majlis. Why? لأنه تمليك محزون, because it is only a tamlik. There's no ta'liq in there. ولا يشوبه التعليق, and ta'liq is not mixed with it. You understand it? Ta'liq doesn't come with it at all. What's ta'liq? To suspend it beyond the majlis, right? وإذا اعتبر مجلسها فالمجلس تارة يتبدل بالتحول ومرة بالأخذ في أمل آخر على ما بيناه في الخيار. So when her majlis is the one considered, then the majlis sometimes will change with moving away, right? And sometimes with starting another action, as we have explained in Babul Khiyar, right? ويخرج الأمر من يدها بمجرد القيام لأنه دليل الإعراض, and the matter will come out from her hand now, right? With the mere standing up. Just her standing up will cancel her right of choice. Because it is the proof of her turning away. إذا القيام يفرق الرأي, because standing up splits the opinion or separates the opinion. It's like you're starting something else now. You're no more thinking of the same thing. بخلاف ما إذا مكثت يوما لم تقم, contrary to when she stayed a whole day and she didn't stand, ولم تأخذ في عمل آخر, and she didn't start another work, لأن المجلس قد يطول, because the majlis sometimes it lengthens, وقد يقصر, and sometimes it is short, فيبقى إلى ما يوجد ما يقطعه, so it will remain until that which cuts it is found, right? أو يدل على الإعراض, or until that which indicates upon turning away is found, like the standing up, right? وقوله فمكثت يوما ليس للتقدير به, and his statement she waited for the whole day is not fixed with this. It could be any amount of time, as long as she's sitting in that gathering and she's pondering and she's not doing anything else. You understand it? As long as she's in that gathering, that gathering can lengthen even if it's over a few days. You understand it? وقوله ما لم تأخذ في عمل آخر يراد به عمل يعرف أنه قطع. Right. And his statement, as long as she doesn't start another action, it is intended, but it is such an amal which is known that it cuts off what قطع لما كانت فيه. Right. It cuts off what she's in. لا مطلق العمل, not just general action. So in other words, if she did some action, while in that majlis, she still did some action, but that action is not cutting off what she's in. You understand? Then she's still on her choice. ولو كانت قائمة فجلست فهي على خيارها. And if she was standing and then the offer came, right? Then she said, then she's still upon her choice. لأنه دليل الإقبال, because this is a proof of advancing. فإن القعود أجمع للرأي, because sitting is more gathering for the thoughts. So in other words, somebody tell you you're standing, somebody tell you something very important. So now to think properly now, you sit down. You understand it? وكذا إذا كانت قاعدة فاتكأت أو متكئا فقعدت. Likewise, if she's sitting, then she leaned back, or she's leaning back, then she sat up. لأن هذا انتقال من جلسة إلى جلسة, because this is merely moving from one posture of sitting to another posture. فلا يكون إعراضا, so this is not turning away. كما إذا كانت محتبئة فتربعت, like when she is when she's sitting with her legs up, and then you get like a shawl that she ties from the back around her legs. You understand, like us? Something like that. You understand it? Then she said four-legged. Then she's still on a choice. You understand it? قال عنه وهذا رواية جامع صغير. They say this is the riwayat of Jami' al-Saghir. وذكر في غيره, and he mentions in other kitabs أن إذا كانت قائدة فاتكأت لا خيار لها, that when she is sitting, then she leaned back, then there's no choice for her. لأن الاتكاء إظهار التهاون بالأمر, because leaning back is showing insignificance to the matter. You understand it? So now somebody tell, now you go and lean back. In other words, you're not interested. You understand it? فَكَانَ إِعْرَاضًا, so it amounts to a turning away. وَالْأَوَّلُ هُوَ الْأَصَحُّ. However, the first goal is more sahih, they say, that is still on a choice. وَلَوْ كَانَتْ قَاعِدَةً فَاتَّجَعَتْ فَفِي رِوَايَتَانِ. And if she was sitting, then she lied down, then in it there's two riwayats. In other words, one will say she's still on a choice, one will say she's not on a choice. An Abi Yusuf, from Imam Abu Yusuf. Right, from Imam Abu Yusuf, rahmatullah alayhi. Right, I believe it. Mm-hmm. Which one? There's it. Then she said, lie down. No, that's a new masla now.